Let's go to Anfield, where basically we've been seeing Liverpool lose games on a regular basis. 4 straight in the Premier League, lost 6 of the last 7, including the League Cup against Crystal Palace this week, which was 3-0 defeat. I know it was not all the first team players, but a loss is a loss. So this kind of felt important, this game, Robert, for a Liverpool team against a Villa side that had picked up in form. We're starting to look a little bit more like the old Villa that we thought from years under Unai Emery. Bit of fortune with the first goal. Gravenberch gets a second, a 2-0 win, a clean sheet, which I think was just as important as anything else, and the 3 points, Rob, that kind of eased a little bit of the noise, the angst, the spotlight on Arne Slot and his team.
Yeah, I mean, when you think about Andy Robertson's back at left back, Rob, and you look at the outfield team, pretty much last season's team, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
You got Ekitike up front, where it may have been Luis Diaz. Trent, was in and out a little bit. Bradley played a lot of games last year, so it's very, very close to last year.
McAllister back in next.
McAllister back in the midfield. Szoboszlai was incredible again. I mean, the engine.
That's him, innit? That's what they missed that, Rob, when he's not playing that role.
Yeah, I mean, just covering every inch of grass. It's just amazing what he does in midfield. The engine that this guy's got is pretty astounding. And I just thought they got better through the game, actually. I thought they got better through the game. I think that Aston Villa played into their hands a little bit, Rob. Given the troubles that Liverpool have had, troubles Liverpool have come from direct play, long balls up, getting them behind, those centre-backs, asking questions. And Villa try to play out from the back. And ultimately, it was a reason why they come unstuck and they conceded goals. They made mistakes. Martinez passes it to Mo Salah, taps it in. They get caught out playing out for the second goal as well. All I would say, Rob, and I think it's easy. I think the guys in the studio, Lee and Gary, talked about it. Why are they doing it? Why are they playing out from the back?
Why Villa?
Why Villa were doing that. The only thing I would say is, again, some of these managers, they believe in a certain way and they're going to stick with it. I think I read a quote of one of the players saying it's just how we do things. Now, they have been a little bit varied. But all I would say is in the first 4 minutes, I think it was 4 minutes, wasn't it? Villa played through Liverpool a lot.
Yeah.
Played through that press. And Morgan Rogers goes through.
Has a shot, doesn't he? Smashes one. Yeah.
Well, that was playing through. So that's what that's why he's doing it. That's why they are doing it. That's why any team is trying to play out, because if you can play through the press, then the space opens up and you get chances. Now, again, it's all about risk and reward, Rob. And given the mistakes they made, it wasn't worth it. No. But that's why they do it. If Rogers scores 1-0, then the game changes. Then they sit back. Then they don't play through and then we should say fair play for Aston Villa for playing out from the back.
Yeah,
but this is
if you go, if you score, it's the right thing. If you don't score, it goes the other way.
You get through a little bit. I just think it's important to say that's why they're doing it.
Yeah, and that's how he trains and that's how he works. And what he's saying is we should do that better. Not that we shouldn't do it.
Yeah, I just think we all and the game in general, Rob, jump on when they see something don't work. Everybody will say, "Well, why are they doing that?"
Yeah.
Well, Unai Emery's a pretty smart coach, and so's Andoni Iraola. They have their philosophies, and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. And this time, almost did with Villa.
Yeah, Rogers scores that goal, Rob. It's different. And
it's different.
I didn't realise Liverpool are conceding in the last 7 games, the first goal in the last 7 games. So all of a sudden they'd be on the back foot. A little bit of negativity drops in, and could be different. Could be all different. But I just thought it was an important day. Mo getting his 250th goal for Liverpool is obviously a landmark goal, but just important for him to get him scoring. Gravenberch back in, him and McAllister back in spots that looked more normal, Rob. I've been saying for a few weeks, and I know Kirkes was bought, and I think you may even said to me, well, we've got to get him through. I just want Robbo back in the team for the moment. I think Kirkes can sit on the bench and wait his time. I think Virgil's happier with him next to him. It just felt a little bit more everything in the right place. And I know that might mean that Kirkes is, we spent money is on the bench. It might mean that Wirtz is on the bench. It might even mean Isak, when he's fit, might not always start if the other fella's scoring goals. But if you're winning games, Rob, and their time's going to come, then you sort of bring them into the team as and when.
Listen, I don't have the exact numbers, mate, but Hugo Ekitike, when he plays, they win.
Yeah.
the start, and there were some lucky bits to it. They won. They won a lot of the games at the start with him playing. Isak comes, gets in the team. They start losing. Isak's injured. Ekitike starts up front. They look good again. He closes down well. You know, I just like Ekitike a lot. Yeah. And looking back, you know, I wonder if Richard Hughes and Rob Edwards, the sporting directors at the football club, just think, we could have used that Isak money to strengthen other areas. Yeah. Other areas in the team, they could have used that money. I mean, this should have and could have and decisions that they make. I just think it's Ekitike back in. Love him as a centre forward. It's about him. He's the 9. He's not trying to play with somebody else. Yeah. You know, I think he enjoys it. I'm not surprised. When he starts, they often win.
I've got another one of my big thoughts, mate. I was on my big thoughts weekend this weekend with not being this year. So, are Liverpool still in it? You'd have to say yes, but you know, obviously, got a bit of work to do.
Lots of work to do.
But if we're saying, let's say for now, we think there's 3 teams in it. We're going to get to Arsenal in a minute. What we know with that team is, at the moment, they're playing the best team, and they've got the set pieces, mate. That, however you look at it, it'll become a game changer for that team. Yeah. Manchester City, we know that they'll have to be better, defensively better, more control of the game. But at the top end of the pitch, they got 13 goals that could end up at somewhere near 40 if he continues and stays fit. Liverpool, I sense, Rob, have to have a number of their players playing well. It feels like they need more of the team to be doing well for them to have a chance. Now, that's not that Mo doesn't have great moments, or Virgil, which we saw last season, and Gravenberch, but lots of those players were playing at a good level for Liverpool to be on that run and winning. They haven't got the set pieces in the same way. They haven't got the Earle and Haaland in the same way, but they've got their style and brand of football that when that goes well and they're playing with that intensity and a bit more control, that's their winning formula. Do you know what I mean? I was trying to sort of pinpoint what each team might need to have if they're going to go and win it.
Well, I'll tell you what Liverpool need.
Go on then.
Mo Salah to score 25 goals. But that's
right now, the way they're playing, he might score 25, they might concede 25. That's the problem with this team. They're conceding way more goals than we've seen them. And
I know they look better. They look better in this one, a little bit better. They got stronger.
But I think it's more of a team. Feels like a team. Everybody's sort of game picks up a little bit. Zoboszlai, as we've talked about, so Gravenberch done well. Robbo's back in, just feels a bit more comfortable. I don't know, a bit more safer.
What are you saying, Rob? What are you saying? Like, what do they need to happen to win the title? Like,
well, I'm saying, if you look at Arsenal, if you're saying Arsenal are going to win the title, and you say, give me 2 or 3 reasons, set pieces are going to be one of them.
Yeah, defensive is the main reason.
Defensive solidarity. You say Arsenal, you say City, it'll be big man and possession and maybe more control, defensively better. So I'm saying Liverpool, I don't think there's no big one thing. I think it feels like number of the players all have to raise their levels to some of the levels we've seen, and that's how they have a chance. I still think if Salah gets you 25 goals, I'm not convinced they win it.
Really? Yeah, well, that's that. I mean, I'm not convinced to get 25 goals. You know, I don't think it's going to be the same Mo Salah. I know he scored a couple of goals in recent games and stuff. Nice finishes, both of them, last previous goals. That's going to help him wonderfully. And maybe now he'll go on a run and get a good amount. But you're right. I mean, I know what you mean. Like so that's one bit that's got to click in. The second bit got to click in is that Ekitike and probably Ekitike stay in the team and score 20 plus goals, get a good amount of goals, be the regular goal scorer. I think Gakpo, as we said the last podcast, Rob's been doing his work. He's doing good. The midfield, you've got the midfield from last year. Plus you've got,
it looks like Wirtz will be benched then, based on that for now.
Yeah, and the other thing, so Salah, the striker, and the defensive unit, that they can't afford to have the same. You know, a clean sheet for Liverpool. When was the last time we said that? I don't know. Certainly not many times this season in terms of clean sheets. So, yeah, I know what you mean, Rob. There's quite a lot of things that's got to click into place for them to go on a run to catch up the gap. They've lost 4 games. Yeah. Back to our conversation at the start. They've lost 4. Like they can afford to lose 1
or 2 maybe.
Or 2. After that, we've never seen it before. So that's why, even though it's so early, you know, there's a 7-point gap, I think, between them and Arsenal. Yeah. You know, and Arsenal are not losing. Even if they don't score, Rob, from set pieces, or I mean, I think Havertz is going to be fit soon. Madueke is going to be fit soon. All these players are coming back. They just don't concede any goals. So, I think it is the three of them can win it. That's the three that can win it. I mean, just looking at, Chelsea have lost 3 games already, and you got Bournemouth, you got others up there. Spurs are not going to win the Premier League. So there's 3 that can do it. I think there's a very heavy favourite in Arsenal. But as Lee Dixon talked about on the show, Rob, until we start getting into March, what's their gap? Is it 8 points? Well, we had 8. They had 8 points before and didn't manage to do it a few years ago. So there will be a pressure, and Lee Dixon's absolutely right. You don't know how the manager's going to react, but if the squad stays relatively fit, well, they have got a big squad now. That'll be some title not to win if Arsenal don't win it this year. Everything is in place for them to win it, and it'll take an incredible run from Liverpool and or Man City to get up there and to pip Arsenal. But right now, you can't rule them out. But I got to think it's going to be very difficult with Liverpool's 4 losses, and as you made the point, Rob, different parts of the team. It's got from now on, it's got to be perfect almost.
Hi there, I'm Rebecca Lowe, studio host of NBC's coverage of the Premier League. Don't forget to hit subscribe to watch more videos all season long, and for even more Premier League content, from original series to live matches, head over to Peacock.